Hey guys, what's up? It's Lainey, and today I am doing a non-spoiler book review. And that review is going to be on The Conspiracy of Us by Maggie Hall. You guys, I love this book. I actually have no idea how to start this, so I'm going to start it with a giveaway. The author Maggie Hall was incredibly nice to offer one of my viewers one copy of A Conspiracy of Us as well as an ARC for the second book, Map of Fates, which comes out next month. Unfortunately, this is only going to be US only. This giveaway will be open for 1 week after this video is uploaded, and all you have to do to enter is comment down below stating you're obviously entering for the giveaway. And because this book has to do with adventure and going to different countries, I want to know which country you would like to go to. I'll choose a winner next weekend, and that winner will receive this book to read as well as an ARC of the second book. A quick summary of this book, The Conspiracy of Us, tells a story of a girl named Avery who, because of her mom's job, she's constantly moving around the United States. Because of this, she's not able to form real friendships or relationships, so she's very closed off. She's never met her father, and she kind of holds on to the hope that one day she might be able to meet him. It's been a week, and this new guy at school she discovers has a picture of her in his backpack. At the end of the week, it's prom, and she decides to go to meet up with this guy. Cartwheels from there. There's another guy that's introduced here at the prom. Before she knows it, she's kind of like plucked out of obscurity and is told that her father's family is part of one of the 12 ruling families of literally the world, like Illuminati, New World Order stuff is going on in this book, and I love it. Quick thoughts. What I liked about this book was that it appealed to so many different sides of myself. You know, I love action movies, and this definitely has all of that high stakes, race against the time, car chases in Istanbul, and I was just totally there. I was totally there for the entire ride of the story. It also appealed to the romantic side of me because, of course, this book features my favorite kind of relationship, which is the relationship that starts out hating each other and they start to kind of this flirtatious chemistry. This book also kind of features a slightly love triangle, which is going to be featured more, I think, in the second book. I'm a huge history buff, and this book just put everything I love about ancient civilizations and just like pulled it into this like huge mystery, Da Vinci Code-esque adventure story. Maggie Hall pulls from different legends of Alexander the Great, which that's like my favorite time period, is that era. And if I would have known it had to do with Alexander the Great when I first got this book, I would have started it right away. But I didn't know that, so that's why I'm like saying that right now, because if that interests you, you need to pick this book up. I have some comparisons for this book and made me love it even more. I like this Gossip Girl feel with the power and the wealth and the control of all these glamorous looking families, as well as it has like the clues of you found another clue, which leads to another clue, which leads to another clue of National Treasure, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. It also kind of mixes in the ancient legends of like the mummy, of chasing after this incredible legend where you're not sure if it's true or not. One of the things I loved most about this book was the pacing of it. There's never a dull moment. You know, there's some of those books that have those scenes where you're just like, this is such a boring scene, but I know I have to read it to get to the next part. There's no scene like that in The Conspiracy of Us. Every time I put it down, I could not wait to pick it back up again. I loved having that excitement and that adventurous side of me, you know, want to experience everything through this book. It features European cities like Paris and Istanbul, and I actually felt like I was there in those settings. Like I said before, Maggie Hall incorporates different pieces of Alexander the Great's life and makes it into this incredible mystery legend, realizing different things about history and thinking that this could actually really happen. The thing with Alexander the Great and why it's so important to the story is Alexander the Great's diadochi, which were his 12 generals that eventually became the 12 ruling families of the world. And I just love seeing this secret society just branch out over 1,000 years, and it was great. The best thing about it was that it was believable, and like everything you're learning about the history of these secret societies and, you know, the prophecies and the legends and Alexander the Great's tomb and Napoleon, which also gets brought in there, it just feels believable. Next, of course, I have to talk about the three main characters, bad boys. And Stellan is one of them. He is half Swedish and half Russian with tattoos, with the most interesting of all backstories that I can't get into because that's a spoiler. He was such an interesting character. He kind of straddles the line of good and bad, and you don't know if Avery can trust him or not. That's what I liked most about his character. Jack is British, and Jack also works for one of the 12 ruling families, and he was told to get Avery because the family he works for might be related to her. I think Jack was also a very interesting character. There's definitely a backstory to him that we don't fully get. I also really liked Jack's intelligence. It was like one of the first times in a book I actually felt like someone of his age had this much experience because he grew up in this kind of lifestyle. Avery is the main heroine of the story. Her story is told in first person point of view, and I think sometimes in YA it's really hard for a first person female point of view to not come across as annoying, and I didn't find Avery annoying. While I did like her character, I just wanted more for her character because I think the two boys kind of overshadowed her a little bit because they're so incredibly fleshed out and complex and interesting. Avery's history is interesting, but she is just a little bit of a typical YA heroine, and I just wanted more for her. I can tell there's more in her, and I just want to like jump in there and pull it out, and I hope in the second book she kind of breaks from behind the chorus line of the two boys. There's also a few kind of special snowflake tropes that she kind of falls into, but you know, sometimes in stories that bothers me, but since there's so much going on in this book with the setting and the history and the adventure, I kind of was able to like overlook some of the tropes that normally would bother me in this book. Avery's kind of weaker character development was one of the reasons why I took off half a star. Another reason why is that while I really liked the beginning, it kind of jumps right into the action. Maggie Hall doesn't bother with introducing Jack as the new guy at school. Like, he's already established as the new guy at school. Within like the first 30 pages, you know, Avery's at prom and things are going down, and next thing you know, she's on a plane to Paris. While I like that it starts very quickly and escalates quickly, I still felt for some reason that some things were like a little shaky, like trying to settle myself into the story. But it's like I liked it and I didn't at the same time. The shakiness only lasted for about, you know, 40 pages, and then I was like perfectly cool with everything. Did I say what I rated this book? I rated it a 4.5 out of 5. I'm in this for the long haul. I cannot wait for the second book to come out. Let me know down below if you guys have read this book. Don't forget there is a giveaway going for it. I'm going to be linking all the rules and the ways to enter down below. Hope you guys have a really great day, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!